So, Jai Baba, everyone. Good evening and good morning to many of you. And today we are making puri, that is one of substitute of chapati in Indian food. And along with that, we'll make two of the dishes, that is uh, fried potato, and one is just a liquid uh, potato, and both are made with different ingredients, and both have you know very simple with just basic ingredients, and we don't have to you know uh, think too much before making it. So we'll just start up. I'll let my oil to heat up because we need nice hot oil, so I have kept it in simmer, so it will be you know ready till the time we prepare both of the dishes. So I have the ingredients ready here. So the ingredients are
This is for
onions with
puri, the
no, this is for potato gravy.
potato gravy. Okay.
Yeah. So this is onions. You can, the shape, the form is your choice. There are two small onions, one small tomato, 4 to 5 medium spice green chilies, ginger garlic paste, coriander leaves, chopped coriander leaves, mustard seeds, and curry leaves. So the key ingredient is again curry leaves because it gives a different flavor, different aroma. And we have all the dry ingredients here: chili powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder, uh, cumin seeds, and also we have refined sunflower oil that I generally use. We use refined sunflower oil because as per Indian, climatic conditions and all, this is a subtle and stable oil that is favorable here. So our pan is ready. We'll start up with around 2 to 3 tablespoon oil. You can also use clear butter for this, not salted butter, because clear butter has a nice uh, tang that it gives to the food. So we are good to have clear butter instead of oil.
You mean ghee?
Ghee, clear butter,
Yeah.
I mean ghee. Now I'm adding around 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds here. I let it crackle, and I'll let it crackle. I have also kept the potatoes ready, boiled potatoes ready. These are around 5 to 6 boiled potatoes because it might take some time to keep it ready. We can use this for both the dishes. So once the seeds are crackled, we'll drop in the onions. We need that crackling sound. It assures us that the oil is good and ready. I'm using a wooden spatula, wooden spoon to cook. Please make sure that you don't leave the wooden spoon in your pan. We don't want it to the wood to be into the dish. So please keep that in mind.
I
So once
had
we have,
I had heard that if you keep your wooden spoon in the
mhm,
soup, it will not boil over. Is that true?
mhm. No, but if it's having oil, then that might also fry the wood. So
Yeah, yeah.
we
In
want
this case, for sure.
yes. And I have dropped in 7 to 8 curry leaves. I have just torn the curry leaves into half, and I haven't dropped it directly in the oil because we need the fresh flavors of curry leaves. This is sweet neem, as you can also replace by saying it in words. So I'll add turmeric powder, just half a teaspoon turmeric powder to the onions. I'll add salt in this itself because salt softens the onions, and we want it to be soft and not to be crispy. And in this dish, we are not dropping the ginger garlic paste directly in the oil. So after the onions and after the curry leaves are fresh and cooked, we'll drop in 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. You can definitely just opt for fresh ginger garlic paste because I have tried using the packed ones from the market. They give us more, sour taste or bitter taste, and even the essence, the smell varies because they include preservatives in that. So if we are going to healthy fooding, homemade cooking, then we definitely want fresh ginger garlic paste. We just peel the garlic and we store it in our refrigerator. In that way, we save our time. And also, if you want to save more of your time, then you can make ginger garlic paste, add oil and salt, mix it well in an airtight container. You can store in your refrigerator. So that way you can use it for around more than 1 week because natural preservative is salt and oil. Salt, as we know that the seafoods get transported to various states, various parts of the country, and we have just the border lines of what to say coastal regions are just limited. So what they do is for keeping the fish fresh, they use thermocol boxes and also they add sea salt to it. Sea salt keeps it fresh and doesn't allow it to decay. So that way we can store, and salt is helpful for storing and making sure that any stuff is not being spoiled. So I'm adding 4 to 5 medium spiced green chilies. I haven't added it directly in the oil because we want the fresh green flavor. If we add directly in the oil, the chili gets fried and it gives a burnt chili taste. That is also a different form in which you can make, in which you can cook. But I want it to be fresh in this dish, so I'm using it after the ginger garlic is cooked, after the onions are cooked and nice translucent. I have chopped, it's just 4 and a half, so it's like very small tomato, single small tomato with 8 of its parts, big huge cubes, so that it doesn't show off every time you dip in to have the dish. So once this is cooked, I'll just slightly heat up the pan more so that the tomatoes are having a nice crispy outside layer. Yeah. So once this is done, you can just smash it with your spoon, beat it with your spoon so that the flavors of tomato are out, the flavors of onions, ginger, garlic, and chili is nice and equally mixed. So once this is done, you can add a little bit of coriander leaves for the coriander taste to be, absorbed by all the other ingredients in the dish. After this, I'll drop in the potatoes because we'll be squeezing it using our hands because we want it to be soft and glittery and gluey dish. So we'll just break it through our hands. I've used 6 potatoes today, so around 4 to 5 I'll be using in this. I guess I have dropped in 7 potatoes, in which 5 I'll be using in this dish, and 2 potatoes I'll be using it for the dry dish because both of the dish are complementary, and also it's the easiest way you can do. So I have kept a little bit behind. Yes. I'll just mix all the ingredients together. You can also have it as it is without adding water, just the dried one. But because we are having it with puri today and not with chapati, so we want it to be in liquid form. So it's the it looks this way, and after adding water, the potatoes and everything will just float, and it'll be a very nice, smooth gravy, curry, whatever we can say. We
So
have to break, yeah.
that was water you added?
Yes, that's water. I've added the quantity of water is as per your, you know, preference. I have added half a glass of water now for a semi-liquid, what to say, consistency. The salt looks a little bit low, so I'll add some salt. Salt, I'm not telling the measure, the quantity or the amount of salt I'm adding to my dish because everyone prefers differently. I prefer low to medium salt flavor. Many have different tastes, so for even for my family here in Mehrabad, they prefer little bit of extra salt, and they are now habitual to add extra salt while eating because I'm being practiced since very childhood with less sugar, less salt, but good spice. So yes, this dish is nice. We have to let it boil for some time. I'll just drop in some freshly chopped coriander leaves on the top, and without mixing it, I'll just leave it as it is.
Surekha,
Yeah.
is this the similar to something that they would put in masala dosa?
Yes, if you're not adding water, it's the
Mm,
same.
mm.
If you
That's
don't
what I
add
thought.
water.
That's what I thought.
hmm
It's
And
one of
also in the tempering, they add urad dal and chana dal. So that gives a nice crunch in between while
yeah,
eating.
yeah. We'll have to try that next too. And I have one
Definitely.
more request, but I'll pose it to
hmm
you at the end.
Okay, okay. So I wasn't thinking through well enough, so I just chose this dish because I had no idea what I should be cooking because sometime maybe after 1 or 2 weeks I like to cook shrimp for you
Oh,
because that's my favorite dish.
nice. Whatever you
And
choose has been great. We really appreciate
thanks. So
it.
we are on to our next potato dish, that is potato fry. We won't be using anything but the powdered ingredients and boiled potato. So I have this karai ready. I am using this aluminum karai just because I'll have to scratch it in the bottom and I don't want the pan to be spoiled. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon refined oil. I'll add cumin seeds with this, just half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I use my hands, please don't mind.
We
That's
don't.
more that's more comfortable. So this is cumin seeds in. I'll drop in curry leaves directly in the oil this time because this is a fried potato dish, and we want it to be slightly burnt flavored. So I'll let the curry leaves to be brown and the cumin seeds to be well nice and brown. Once this is dropped in, I'll suggest to drop in when the oil is not that hot, and also along with that you can add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder and 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder in the oil itself. It gives a nice burnt flavor. After this, we have to make sure that the chili powder and the coriander powder are not burnt. So I'm dropping it, the cubes that I have chopped. I have chopped the boiled potato cubes. I'm adding it and I'm just flipping it over. Now, because while cooking the potatoes, I have added just half tablespoon of salt. So I'm making sure that I don't rise the level of salt. So in this dried one, I'm just adding half teaspoon of salt. If required, we can add it later because I'm not tasting as I have to plate it to Baba first. So after plating to him, I'll just taste it and I'll add the salt as required. But the
Baba
smell
used
says
to
that
love, he used to love tasting food while Katie was cooking, I think.
yes, thank you for reminding about Kitty. We'll definitely be, cooking the dishes Kitty used to cook for Baba. So I'll be, referring Kitty's book, the recipe book of hers, and make few dishes for everyone.
That will
In
be
that
awesome.
way, I love to learn what Baba used to have.
Yes.
So yes, these potatoes with a single layer, I'll just spread it, each potato on the pan separately and not climbing on one another so that we have one side burnt and nice and fried. I'll show you. You have to spread it in a way that it's not climbing on your any other potato or vegetable, and just give it a shake and leave it and simmer. Now you can drop in some coriander leaves on the top and leave it to cook. For some time, we don't have to cook it more because we have dropped in the dry, ingredients in the oil directly, and the potatoes are pre-cooked. So we just have to twist, turn, and leave it for 5 minutes. And in every 5 minutes, you can just turn it again so that each side has a little bit of burnt flavor and essence. I'll just shift the dishes. I'll bring the pan in front, the oil pan that I have kept for heating. This way I can leave this here, I can leave this cooking behind. I'll just stir it so that it doesn't stick at the bottom. And it's semi-liquid, so you can have it with rice, with just on as a top up for papad. You guys know papad?
Yes, they're crunchy.
Yes, the crunchy ones, the fried ones from the oil, and
The only
you can
reason we
just
know it is
spread it.
because we go to Mehrabad and eat that NPR food, which is
Yes,
amazing.
definitely. So just if you have a flat fried papad, how to make it flat is what I can tell you. It's just a tip, and if it's not too much, or if I'm going over the syllabus, then please let me know, because as I remember, I keep on saying that.
It,
So for
it's good.
making a yeah.
It's good. I keep going.
Okay. So once we fry the papad in the oil, we drop in the oil. As soon as we take it out, using the same spatula, we have to flatten up quickly till the papad is little bit wet and with oil. So if you don't do it, if it's folded from some other side, if after cooling it, it will remain the same and become crunchy. So as soon as you take out it from the oil, you have to just flatten it using a spoon or a roller like this, and in that way it will be flat. And when it's flat, you can add this on the top, add some what is it, freshly chopped onions, finely chopped onions and tomatoes, and on the top of that you can add a mixture. There is this what to say, stew that we find in here in Indian market. That I am not sure what it is called in there. It's mixture. It's kind of mixture. It's dried mixture, and you can just add on the top. I'll just show you guys what it is. I'll ask someone to bring it up for me. So it's the mixture that you can add on the top, and you can have it as it is.
Okay, Surekha, I have a question. Are
Mhm.
you talking about street food mixture?
Yeah, the toppings that the street food mixtures are having. The
Acha.
dried one, like they spread it like this on the
Yes,
top.
yes, I've seen it. I just don't know what's in it.
Right. So now we can check for the oil if the oil is ready. So I have this small, what to say, dough that I'll just drop in, and I'll check if it's nice. So this oil still needs some temperature. You can check in with the temperature scale that is generally available for checking. So once this is done, we have to roll the puri. So I'm just checking. Once it's hot and it's coming up, it's floating up automatically. So I'm using this because this strains the oil out nicely. There are many other. You can use the fryer, for doing this puri, but not the air fryer, because air fryer won't work for puri. You'll definitely need an oil fryer. So the lovely thing is our aloo gravy is ready, and you can see the consistency.
Is somebody asking
I
you
get
a
somebody. No, their mic is unmuted.
Acha.
You can
Go
just mute them.
Prashant. Yeah, I'm trying to find.
It was Navneet's mic. Sorry,
Navneet, yeah.
Navneet's mic is open.
Mhm.
Okay.
दादर तेरा खाना
Hello.
बनाना खाना
I'll request जो भी हैं क्या वो अपना माइक म्यूट कर सकते हैं प्लीज.
कैसे चाहे जो मेहर हो रहा है 5 छोटी एकदम
I'm not sure.
छोटी
I'll just do it.
Yeah, I couldn't
पण
figure
हे
out.
कार्यक्रम नाही आहे.
Okay. All right.
खाण्याचं जेवणाचं दाखवून
Navneet.
ते
Navneet Kasulkar.
Yes.
अंडे का
Mute.
Yeah,
Got it.
I have done.
There we
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was showing that our aloo gravy is ready. The potato gravy is ready. You can see the consistency. It's not liquidish and it's not too thick, dried, but a little bit, you can see the thickness, the consistency.
Yes. And what did you call it other than aloo gravy?
It's just potato gravy.
Yeah, but
Aloo
you
puri.
said aloo puri. Okay.
Yes, the puri
like
is what
to
we are going
know,
to make.
Because, when we go to Indian restaurants or hotels, as you guys call them, I'd like to know what these things are on the menu so I can order.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. So it's aloo puri. So I am just flipping the potatoes of the fried pan so that I can, have the burnt flavor in every section of the potato, every side of the potato. So now I'll just ask Praveen to help me out to show while I'm, making the puri. So you have to take a bowl of the dough. This is wheat, and this is not all-purpose flour that you use.
Okay, well, let's rewind a little and tell us how you made the dough, because we are primitive cooks.
Okay, yeah. So the dough is very simple. The dough just has
wheat flour,
and along with that, it has just half a tablespoon of salt in this, because else the wheat will not be very tasteful. So we add a half a teaspoon of salt. While kneading, before kneading, in the powdered form, we mix the salt with the wheat, the powdered wheat, flour, and then gradually we'll add water. And I should mention here that the dough should be a little bit, what to say, hard. It should not be very soft. It should not be watery. It should be soft. It shouldn't be soft. It should be a bit hard, thick, you can say. Yes. So I'll just show. I have taken a small lemon-sized dough, and I have started to roll this up. You can use your idea of rolling it up. I'm using little bit dough.
Surekha,
So
did you make the dough rise or anything, or no?
No.
No rising.
It's just no rising required. So this is the size that we want. It's just not even a handful size of puri size. I have just rolled it, and it's not very thin. It's medium. You can see the thickness. It's not thin, very thin, because for rising in the oil, it needs to be thick. So I'm just dropping in the oil. The oil is well hot. So it raises as the oil is good hot. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
so
see this.
beautiful. How does that happen?
Turn this. As soon as we drop, it starts to raise. So you have to make it nice and brown. And for making it cook in the edges, we need
It's
it
so
to.
simple. I had no
Yeah.
idea. Wow.
After this, we have to make sure that we don't turn it again, because this side is very thin. While turning, if there is any crack, the oil will enter into this and we cannot strain out the oil. So this puri will be very oily if we turn it back again. So in the second one, I'll show again the whole procedure. You have to take it out on a tissue paper or anything that can absorb the oil. So just you have to touch the floor like this. You have to take a pinch, a lemon-sized pinch, and just roll it with your palm.
Praveen is doing a great job with the camera work.
Yes, he's a good handyman for me. So yeah, so you have to make it this way. Then just once roll it, and if we do like this, the extra flour is been removed. And generally what others do is they use oil for rolling it. I don't use oil because I'm not very good with applying oil and then rolling it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, for easy cooking and for beginners, it's good that they use dried flour. So yes.
Surekha, this roller I've never seen. It's a skinny little roller. Does that make a difference in how we do this?
You can use any size.
Any size.
You can use any size. This is what is lightweight for me, and I just love it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So this is the size. This is just the handful size, a palmful size. And now I'm just dropping it in the oil. You have to make sure that the oil doesn't split, the oil doesn't, come out, or it doesn't splash on you. So I'm just dropping it, and I am overflowing the oil on the top. The more the oil on the top, the more the color, the flour gets cooked, the dough gets cooked. We don't want it to be dry, or we don't want it to be raw. We want it to be cooked. So the edges, I'm just making sure that the edges are well cooked. With this spoon, I'm just dropping it like this.
Surekha, Can you
Yes.
tell me in Hindi what type of flour this is? Is it called gaun
Gehu,
flour?
gehu.
Gehu, right? Gehu atta.
Yes, yes, gehu. Yes, gehu atta.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There
So
is that the same as our wheat flour in the West?
Yeah, well, there's whole wheat flour and then there's all-purpose wheat flour. So I've used Robin Hood's all-purpose, and it's wheat flour though, not the white.
So I can maybe if I'm not wrong, I haven't been very good at what the market, the Western market has, but what I have learned it from the chefs and the kitchens of the chefs of outside restaurants is whenever there is a word in which they include all-purpose, they have maida in it that is not good for a regular basis eating. But if you use whole wheat flour, that is more healthier.
Mm-hmm.
And all-purpose wheat flour it has 2 to 3 grains in it, and that grains we definitely want to avoid maida in that. Maida is the flour that is used for cake baking, all-purpose flour. So it's just what we generally avoid because it sometimes upsets your stomach, or if you have it in the night, it might be difficult to digest. That's what I think. But if people are habitual to it, they can definitely have it.
Maybe it's high in that gluten stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. That must be the reason. So we have the puri ready, we have the fried potatoes ready, and we have the potato gravy ready. I'm just plating it up for Baba.
Lovely.
I'll just serve it in the bowl. I must say that I burn myself too much in the kitchen. I have marks all over my hand. Every time I make something different, I'm concentrating so much that I forget that I might burn myself.
Oh, Baba.
So
Oh,
this
wow.
is the dish, the puri, the gravy, the dried potato.
And you
I
serve
can
it with
almost taste it.
Surekha, any chutney to go with that?
Sorry?
Any chutney?
Chutney.
Like, yeah, coconut chutney or something.
Yes, yes. I think we made coconut chutney in one of the dishes. Probably you missed that one, Derive.
Okay, I'll look it up.
But he's asking if it goes well with this dish.
Yes, yes, definitely. Coconut chutney is an all-purpose chutney. You can have it anytime. You can have it with rice. You can have it with chapati, puri, and idli, vada. Yesterday I made vada sambar. I guess I posted.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. So this is the puri, which is nice and soft. And once this goes, you can just roll it like this. And it's really soft and nice.
And
Thank you, Yasmin. I can see your comment. Actually, even I skilled making puris very recently. I must say this year has been just exploring food year for me. Being at home, we could expertise in many things by often practicing it.
Wonderful.
So it's just practice.
Yeah, and Yasmin is right. It's called Puri Bhaji in Bombay, especially in Udupi restaurants.
Yes. So
South
this
Indian
is the fried potatoes with all the dry ingredients together.
Yes.
And this is what the semi-liquid potato gravy looks like.
Ah,
So
lovely.
it's
Yes.
Puri Bhaji, and this is Puri's. Yeah.
Hello, Puri. Surekha, I have one question. You commented about the papadon. Oh, are you frozen?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. She may come back. Oh, come back.
Maybe because the camera was mobile and
I'm not sure. And of course, internet connection there is sometimes.
Yeah.
There you are.
there she is.
So the question I was asking is, you mentioned the papadon, and I didn't quite catch what the relationship was to what you were making today.
What? I didn't get you. Which
Okay.
word?
You mentioned papadam, and I didn't quite
Papad.
catch. Oh, papad.
Yeah, I'll show you how it is made. I have papad ready here to be fried. The oil is ready. I'll just make out the papad, and it's good because you can have it on with the same aloo dish. We have the Puri Bhaji's papad itself.
Instead of puri, you can use papad as a base for the
Yes.
potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So I'm using a small one, the rice one, so that it fits the pan. Because generally so it comes in this form.
They are pre-made. They're pre-made.
They are pre-made. We just have to fry it. So next time you visit India, I guess you'll find it in your stores as well. But next time you come here, you definitely don't want to miss this. I can share the company. I'm not their advertiser, but definitely this is the South Indian appu apparam. It's called apparam in Tamil, and the name is appu, APPU.
Okay.
So this is purely of rice, and it doesn't upset your stomach because rest all may upset, and it has just the salt and the rice. So
and
once this is done,
different varieties for each day. You get them with jeera, which is cumin. You get them with chili.
yes,
All sorts of different
you have
flavors.
pepper. You have papad of urad dal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we used to get that everything in Chicago, Indian restaurant, Indian grocery stores. But why did I think it was called papadam? Because that's what
Papadam is it's in South Indian slang.
Just
It's
South
called
Indian word.
appalam, papadam. In different states, it's called differently. So you have to hold it in this way so that you don't hurt yourself, and you will just drop in this. So in a flare, it just goes up. So as soon as this is done, you have to keep it on this, and you have to press it so that it's flat. And otherwise, see, if I take it a bit late, it will just break. So as soon as, see, it breaks very easily. It's so light and very healthy. Actually, this is just rice.
Yeah,
this is
our
the one.
papad curls up just the moment you add it to the oil. It starts curling up.
Yes,
big one.
That's why we have to. Yes, we have to make sure that we drop in straight, and it has to be in this flare so that it comes up straight.
Ah, nice.
Very nice. God, I remember the yogurt curry that they served this with in at NPR. It was my favorite.
Yes,
meal.
so this is quite good and flat. You can add this bhaji on the top of this. And you can make another dish, papad bhaji.
Wow, I'll have some of that.
Along with this puri bhaji. So yes, it's one more dish. If we keep on cooking, there are many things that we can cook along in this kitchen because these guys, Praveen and Prashant, they are very night persons. Like they just stay awake and they watch their whatever they are doing their work. So at that time, they want anything, the snacks, the food. That's why I had in the very first flyer. Why is there a light in your refrigerator? If you are opening it in a daylight, then you won't need any light in the refrigerator. But definitely, if there is light, then you are a night person.
Very funny. Okay, Surekha, I think we are wrapping up, but before, if you have anything to say, but before we go, I want to do two things. One is put a request for that egg curry that you posted pictures on the YouTube, or was it on Facebook? Yeah. You guys be sure and check out her Facebook posts. They are amazing, beautiful pictures. And Darius's also Facebook pages and posts.
Yes, I love the way he plates the dishes on his dishes, on his plate.
Very beautiful.
So it's very expressing and appealing.
Thank you.
And the other thing is, I wanted to open the floor for people to ask any questions they may have. Diane, Redmi, anybody.
I had a first question about the dough itself, Surekha. Did you mention that you add the oil to the dough or you don't?
I haven't mentioned, but thank you that you have reminded me that after the dough is well and kneaded, you at the end you can add 1 tablespoon of oil and just roll it. The dough, you can say it's not soft, it's just medium, and medium to hard. It's not very soft. For chapati, you need to have it very soft, but for puri, you can have it a bit hard, a bit tough. And at the later, you can just apply oil so that it doesn't dry out like this. Just tap it.
Just on the outside?
Yes, just on the outside.
Okay.
Diana, I can see you. You are watching this very nicely and very, very cutely.
Is this, would you call this a snack? Like a midnight snack, or is this a light meal? How would you?
It's actually in between a very light and to fuller one. So you can have it anytime. This is our Sunday morning, one of our Sunday morning meals, Sunday morning breakfast.
So how many do you need to fill up? I mean, how many can you eat?
The puris depends on the size that I have made. It just needs, I guess, 2 puris that I have, but generally people have 4, 5.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me too. Anybody else? Any questions?
6.
All depend on your appetite.
Okay.
Definitely.
But normally in India, is puri is taken as a breakfast, as a lunch, as a evening snack, and also for dinner. It's a common. Puri is the most common dish. Depend on the size. If it is puri is a big size, that is called batura. That is made of little maida. That is bigger in size, and 1 batura is enough for everyone.
Oh, I had
definitely. It's just this big size.
You can have chana, chole.
Chole. Yeah.
Definitely. We'll make chana chole one day in one of our sessions.
Yes, and egg curry, please.
Definitely.
That is such an
and maybe in the second week of November we'll plan that will be near to one of the Indian festival, that's Diwali, and we'll try to make shrimp. That's my favorite seafood. So actually here in Praveen's family they haven't had shrimp, but my father-in-law, uncle, he must have had it. So I just want to prepare my dish, my recipe for them so that they start loving it.
Nice.
Lucky them.
I think you want them to ask you for it more and more, right?
More and more, and still yet more.
Wonderful.
I have a question.
Surekha, you should also teach them Puran Poli.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another nice one,
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. I
Because
made
Diwali is a festival for the sweets, not
Yeah.
yes,
for veg
definitely.
or non-vegetarian or anything. Because
Yeah.
most of Kartik Maas and all in India is a
Mm-hmm.
auspicious month.
It's all,
Dasara to this thing.
yeah.
They take
Many
only
people, they don't,
purely
yeah,
vegetarians, then
veg
they take only
that time.
sweets and
Yeah.
all this thing upwas they call.
And
But still,
it's called like they have more of an oily month, you can say, because everything is fried, everything is roasted, and it's just once you have that month, and then the whole year is fine for you with no oil and nothing.
Wonderful. Surekha, I think we have a question from Elizabeth. Hi,
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Hi
Hello,
there.
Elizabeth.
I
I'm a little bit scared of you. Don't mind, but
scared of me? Why?
I have seen you as an observer in the play, and it just recalls you just recall me of my principal with one stick and saying me, "Don't do this."
Oh no! Oh no! No! No.
Yes,
I wanted
please.
to ask you about something. You know,
Mhm.
at the NPR, we always had these red carrots, and
Mhm.
I love those red carrots, but I don't know how to make them. It probably isn't that difficult, but could you sometime explain how to make the red carrots?
Red carrots, is it sweet or the spicy ones you're
Oh,
asking?
it's just carrots that they would serve as a vegetable side dish at the NPR.
You might have to give a call to Alan Wagner. He's the chef over there, and or send him a little email.
Oh, I know Alan. I mean, I've met him. I don't have.
I
his
can
phone
ask him.
number.
I can ask him what is the
Excuse me?
dish as we meet during Dhuni, so that I can cook it here.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Oh, by the way,
as in the salad. In the salad, they give it.
Yes, yes. They just cut it. They keep the
They cut it with
everything
capsicum
of the salad.
things, the cabbage and all. They have it as a salad.
oh, the salad was so great over there.
yeah.
So great. Okay, Surekha, I just want to
Yes.
let you know that Elizabeth is the saint of when it comes to play monitoring and mentoring and advising.
Yes.
You should never go to Mehrabad plays and Baba's birthday plays, because the mentors there will just put Elizabeth to be a saint.
Oh, really?
They are much tougher.
But I'll definitely want to take part, because I wasn't here in the last plays and all that were in MPC. So, but I know Aishwarya Thade, she often takes part in that. So
Yeah. They are mostly in hostel. They show it at Baba's birthday.
जय बाबा कुंदा आंटी, आपका माइक अनम्यूट है. जय बाबा.
All right. So very good. Any other questions?
No.
Lovely. Thank you again. Once again, thank you, Surekha.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you
one
so
thing
much.
I want to tell Surekha. Surekha, I want to tell you, don't decept by the looks. People are looks like something, but they are very good in the heart.
Definitely, definitely.
So
Actually, I was scared during the play.
feel
That's why.
Elizabeth is one of the sweetest, got heart. So don't be afraid.
I was about to say that.
I'm just-
I was going to
yes,
say, what is this?
my mother always used to say me, those who are harsh with words, they are very soft with
She
heart.
got a big heart
So,
too.
yes, I definitely I get to know her very nicely now. Thank you for joining, Elizabeth. I guess I have seen you first time here.
Yeah. No, I've been here before. I've been here before.
Yeah. Okay.
I just anyway, I can't believe that you think I carry a big stick, but that I had a role to play. I had to.
No, I was nervous that was my first play. Sorry. That was the very first play or the act that I have done in my life. So probably that's the reason that I was scared of.
Playing Perosia, right? And No,
Yes.
you did a fabulous job in that. You did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baba.
And I have a good friend who kept saying how beautiful your voice is. So yeah, you did a wonderful job. So
Thank you so much. That's
Yeah.
sweet of you.
yeah. No, everyone was
Okay.
wonderful in that play. They did, and Joe, of course,
Definitely.
was brilliant.
Definitely.
With writing.
The
Fantastic.
Galandoon and Baba Jan, they had the beautiful song, and I, even after the play, I used to sing that song. I used to just hum that song. I don't know its meaning. Definitely Farishte read that out, but I just love the tune.
Yeah,
You can definitely sing it when it's raining in Mehrabad because it's all about rain.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's starting to rain here. Farishte
Oh.
knows the song.
We can end with Farishta's song, maybe the same one.
Yeah, Elizabeth knows it because we practiced because she had to be the backup. Okay, so Elizabeth, are you ready?
Yes, I don't have my words, but I'll do the best I can. Okay.
I know, I don't either.
Jai Meher Baba.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Okay.
Ki jai.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Parum Kolne sajunam karabe karmishe. Kolne sajunam ushale zare. All right, that's enough.
We need the words.
Soothing tune.
The memory isn't what it used to be. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, Baba.
Have a glorious
Thank you so
day
much.
or
Jai
evening.
Baba. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Thank
Jai
you.
Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai
Bye.
Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai
Bye.
Baba. Thank you.
Bye.